My name is Jacob Corte. Do you ever stop to think about some of the simple things in life, like when you're a child, some of the things that we may forget now as adults, or even simply neglect? Now imagine a time when you were a child, and the most exciting thing for you to do was to go outside and play, or see a new toy, new object, or even run your hands through something mushy. Well, this brings me to my next point, because today I've created a how-to video on how to create homemade Play-Doh. Now this is something that's quick and easy to do, and as parents, like myself, it's something that I can do with my kids. Now after this video, you will learn how to make Play-Doh, the ingredients needed, and the tools used to make the Play-Doh. A few things that you're going to need are measuring cups, like we have here. I have a 1 cup unit and a tablespoon unit, 2 of each to make the video a little easier. And I've also pre-mixed some of the ingredients into a bowl here just so I can dump them in. Now you'll also need a metal mixing bowl, a small pot for boiling water, and a mixing spoon, which we have here. The ingredients that you're going to need are flour, salt, vegetable oil, food coloring, cream of tartar, and water. Now Ranson of 2012 also mentioned that you could use glycerin, which makes the Play-Doh nice and shiny when you're finished with it. This is not a necessity of an item or a needed ingredient. It's just something extra if you want a different form when you're done. Now let's get to it. What do we got to do here? First, we're going to start by boiling 1.5 cups of water, which I have back there on the stove. I'll add dye, and you'll have to play with that to get the right deepness of color, whether you want a light or a real dark color. You'll want to add all the dry ingredients. We'll start by adding 2 cups of flour. This could be any flour of your choice. 2 tablespoons, which I've already pre-mixed and put into this, of vegetable oil. Okay. 1/2 cup of salt. And 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar. Now you're going to want to mix these items thoroughly before putting in the water. So once everything's nice and mixed up and you have everything evenly spread, go ahead and take your boiling water and add it to the mix. You'll want to mix this up until everything is nice and sticky and some of the flour, or most of the flour, will disappear. You shouldn't be able to see a lot of white all over the place. For time-saving purposes, I've already pre-mixed up a bowl. So once you get everything mixed up after adding your water, which be careful because it will be extremely hot, you want to grab it after it's cooled down, take it out of the mixing bowl. And the finishing process, which is the most important, is to knead it. Just press down, kind of fold it over until everything is completely mixed up, a consistent color. And if you have any different issues with consistency, you can add a little bit of water to loosen it up a bit, or add some flour to thicken up the mix. Just continue doing this until it's right consistent. That should be about good. And there you go. You have your ball of flour, or a ball of flour. You have your ball of Play-Doh. Now this Play-Doh should be good for about 6 months or so, as long as you keep it in an airtight container. And although we're adults, this is something that's really fun to do. It's something that I can do with my significant other, with my child, friends' children, or even nieces and nephews, and it could be a great learning tool for kids too. You can learn how to mix and measure things in the kitchen, and learn when it's important to be careful, such as adding hot water to a mix and then taking it out to knead it with your hands. Now, Lowry of 2016 also mentioned, often children don't begin with an idea of what to do with the Play-Doh. They manipulate it, and when it starts to look like something they recognize, they may start to turn it into something specific. Thank you.